Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Meridy here. Today I am here with my second process video using the Sunny Escapes kit. And with this kit today, I'm going to be scrapbooking 4 3x4 pictures of Erin from our design team. And we got to meet each other in real life in Florida where she lives, not last summer, but the summer before, so in 2023. And we took a family vacation to Disney, and we got to meet her and her whole family. So we have a picture of the adults, a picture of all the kids, a picture of our little drinks, because we had a drink at the bar at our hotel, and a picture of Erin and I. So you've got 2 landscape orientation and 2 portrait orientation photos. And then of course I have all my good foam stickers that I can use. I've got my alphabet stickers, and I've got the 49 and Market Puffy stickers. Let's see if I can find any on here. I'm not sure about those yet, because I have a lot of embellishments. I've of course got my trim, my little color swatch for this month's kit, my little baubles here, a few more bits of ephemera that I have that I didn't pull for anything else, my sequin mixes, my Distress Oxide spray that came in this month's kit. Of course I've got my stamp set. That could be another good thing. Yeah, and let's see. The things that I pulled that I really thought I would use on this layout, of course, since we have the little picture of our drinks, I pulled our little coconut acrylic drink, this little clip that says Travelog, a few of the seashells, some tickets that were in this subscriber freebie here, just pulled ones that matched our kit, and a couple ephemera pieces from the Simple Stories ephemera. And then I grabbed the paper cut from this month as well. This cardstock cut was available in the store, you know, because we've got our drinks. So the papers that I grabbed, of course I have my scraps. What I'm gonna do real quick right now is cut down these 2 branding strips so I'm not sitting here with mostly trash in my little scrap envelope. I just want to save the couple tiny little branding strips in case I just need a little pop of something on a layout, or like, you know, up at the top of a layout, or just something teeny tiny that I don't want to cut into a big piece of paper. Then I have those tiny little scraps. And if I don't use them this month during my videos, I usually get rid of scraps that are that little, but we'll keep using them. And then I've got, of course, the following papers, the ones that I worked with on the last layout I did. I love this one. I think it can go really great. This little travel, it looks like we're at an airport. I thought maybe I could use a little strip of this or something. And then the Photo Play travel stickers and the Photo Play beachy stickers. I really like this relax and chill. So I'll just keep those off to the side for now. And I guess I will grab my pictures and try to kind of figure out how I want to lay things out. I don't know that I want to use like one of these colors of, I don't think I want to use this as the whole background of my layout, because I really want to savor this paper and also use the other side. Now some of you, instead of this paper, are going to have this paper, okay? Because I explained in the unboxing video that we had a mishap with our shipment. So some of you are gonna have this paper, and on the back it's this. So it's very, very similar, yellow and orange, okay? So I think I'm gonna grab a piece of white cardstock to kind of put as the base of my layout to start with. And then I'm gonna try, where did my pictures go? To set my pictures and arrange the cardstock cut how I want it. Okay, so I've got all my 4 pictures and my little cut, and I just need to decide how I want to lay this out. And I kind of, like, it's pretty obvious that we've got a little drink there on the beach. And I kind of think this can just be nice. If I want it to go this way. Nope, I like the umbrella on the left-hand side. Now, I do think that I would like to back this cut file with some patterned paper. And I also think I need, obviously, some patterned paper underneath all of these goodies. Let's see. Our little drink coupons here. I'm just kind of trying to figure out where I want my embellishment clusters before I start planning too much. One, I'll probably put another one down here and another one up there. Okay. Yeah, this is looking pretty even around here. And then I guess if I have this on the layout, I probably don't also need this little one. And I kind of really like that big one, so I'll just leave that. Now I need to decide what color paper I want. I think I kind of want to put 4 big strips right down the back. If I do 2 inches wide, that's about this wide too. Nope, I think I need 2.5 inches wide, because 3 inches wide times 4 strips would be the whole sheet of paper. But if I do 2.5 inches wide, that'll be about 11 inches. So I'm gonna do 2.5 inch strips of paper. And I'm gonna start with this strip down the middle, because I don't mind if I cut those tags apart and don't use them. Okay, but I like some of these other tags here, so I didn't want to cut through those. And I think I will probably make my strips different heights as well. So I'll cut a 2.5 inch strip of this one. This is very similar with the 2.5 inch strip to the last layout that I made the other day. I think I will like the orange paper that's on the back side. Oh, this branding strip is good. It's just plain yellow. Okay. Just gonna kind of try to wedge these under here. And then I'm not sure what pattern the 4th paper will be, because I'm not too sure if I love this black anymore with this, what I've got going on here. So we'll have to just kind of see. And then I want to back my cut file with all the colors and all the things. So I have to grab another piece of paper. Yeah, the black is just going to be too dark, I think. And I don't need the airplanes. So I'll put this piece away. Now, do I want to put yellow over there? I could always do that. Let's see what other papers I have from this kit. I also have this yellow that's on the back of the stripes. It's just a little bit of a brighter yellow, like more goldy orange yellow. And I think I like that one too. Let me see. I want to compare this to what I've also got planned with my other layouts coming up. I could use, oops. Oh, that's really nice. Maybe I'll get a couple strips of those stamps. I really like those. It's just this on the back. I really like those stamps. I think I need to get my paper cut matted with the colors that I want to mat it with before I really decide on anything else here. So, oh goodness, I don't even know what color to do these in. I think I'm going to get just solid cardstock out of my stash to mat this and not really mat it much with papers from the kit. Although, this flower looks really nice on the yellow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some papers from my kit and some papers from my stash. Like, oh, that umbrella would look cute matted in the stripes, or backed with the stripes. I think I'll do that for the stripes. I'm gonna back it with this paper. So in order to back all of these cut files, I'm gonna show you how I just do one, or not all these cut files, all of the shapes on this cut file. I'm gonna show you how I do one, and then I'm gonna go off camera to do the rest because this is gonna take a while to back this whole thing. But what I'm doing is tracing the outside of the part that I'm gonna cut, and then I'm just gonna cut slightly inside of those lines. So just a little inside of them. And that way, let me get this done and I'll show you. That way it's just the perfect size to mount in there. And then I can get some glue. Let me move this out of the way a little. Get a little bit of, I'm gonna use art glitter glue because it has this nice super thin applicator tip that just goes perfect on those teeny tiny little lines. And put that right in there. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the whole piece. I think for the straw, I'm gonna use a bit of vellum, but everything else, I think I'm gonna use solid cardstock to back it. So I will be back in just a few minutes when I have this whole piece backed. Okay guys, so I got this all matted, or backed rather, and I need to decide what color I want this final strip right here to be. So if this is gonna go there, I can either put yellow back there, and I don't even have to keep these in this order. It gets very lost on that. But like I said, I don't have to keep these in this order. So maybe I can put orange back there. Put this over here. Or I am even fine flipping this to the yellow side. Kind of changes the whole color vibe of this whole layout. I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna cut a strip of this so it's a little bit easier to tell, and I will just try a few different combinations down here until I see something that I like, and then I'll stick with that. Now, this little 2 strips of stamps might be the perfect width for 2.5 inches. It's just a tiny bit wider than 2.5 inches, but I think it works, cutting it on the line where the stamps separated. So I'm happy to do that. Okay, so I've got lots of deciding to do here. I can leave it like this. Let's put my little clusters where I was thinking. Okay, or I can switch even this yellow and orange around. I just think sometimes this little cut file that's so intricate might look better on more solid paper than on the patterned paper. I think I like it like that. Okay, so I know that's real messy and not very straight. So I'm gonna start by, let's see, I wanna mat my photos, but I'm not sure if I wanna mat them on white. Maybe I should mat them on, I'm gonna grab my cardstock here and kind of hold up a few different colors. I kind of like this green, and we've got green in our outfits. I don't think I need to mat them on orange. I don't know if I have a green piece of paper here that's quite that same shade either. Let's see. I've got a whole pack of cardstock colors here. I'm gonna go try to find a green that's more of like this darker, like mossy green and not so bright. And I will be right back. Okay guys, I found this green. It's from the Cartabella line road trip, and it's called Green and Cream, and I'm gonna use the green side. But before I do that, I'm gonna trim my pictures down a little because there's a lot of background space in here that I can afford to trim off. And I'm gonna mat them on a little white first, because the green is just a little, I'm not used to it. I'm used to matting my pictures on white. So I'm gonna go ahead and mat them on white and then mat them on green, and I will be right back. Alrighty, I got all my pictures matted and ready to go. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna decide, I'm gonna adhere the background, and off of this strip of the stamps, I'm gonna cut that little bit off the top, and I'm just gonna cut one set of stamps off the bottom because I don't want these papers to go all the way from the top all the way to the bottom. And this paper, I'm just gonna cut a little bit from, so it's a little longer. Let me get all these things out of my way. So if that's sitting there, this one's sitting there a little longer, I can make this one be a little shorter, so I'll cut about 1.5 inches off that one. And cut about 3/4 inch off this one. And then I can adhere them down when I get them all centered, which I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and adhere these down. And I can try to get this. Now my problem is I have a really hard time sometimes making pictures crooked when they should be. Like I feel like I need to make them a little tilted on this layout. It'll just add to it. But I really just want to line them up straight. Okay, I'm gonna make myself tilt the pictures because I think it will look nice like that. And I'm gonna get these embellishments in here kind of laid out before really adhering anything down. Not too sure how I'm liking all of this. It's fairly busy for me. Maybe I could put this other little ticket up here. And then I need to get out, I think, some of these other embellishments. That's totally lost. Like, I don't even feel like you can see that on there. So, and again, I'm having a hard time deciding if I want my pictures straight or angled. And I think I'm leaning towards straightening them out. It just makes it a little less chaotic because there is a lot of pattern and a lot going on this page. So I think I like my pictures straightened out. And then I think I would love to stamp the word summertime in black right on the layout. That might look really nice. Let's see what other phrases I have, because I wanted to use this relax and chill phrase, but I could put summertime, relax and chill, and I think that would look really nice. Okay, I think I'm going to start adhering things down. I think I'm going to adhere the pictures, not at an angle, but you know, at just straight on. And then I'll be back when I get my pictures adhered to kind of see what I'm gonna do about this title area. Okay, I'm gonna pop this up on foam tape to just make it a little dimensional. So I'm just gonna line the whole back with foam tape. And then I'm gonna place this down first before I start adhering everything else. Alrighty guys, so if it's gonna say summertime there, relax and chill, probably can be popped up on foam tape as well. So I'll just pop that up. That way I can move it around a few times too, since I don't have to stick it down. Put my little tickets down. I think I'm just gonna kind of get as much down as I can before I stamp on the layout. Okay, and then this flower I think would look super cute because we've got this one up here. And I think that one will look cute under here by us. I didn't even plan that with the same colors, it just happened. I do like having this green one down here, even though it's not in the other two, because it really pulls in that green of those tickets for me. So I think I should leave the green one down there. I think the time has come to stamp the word summertime right there. Oh, it's getting too wordy with that, but we'll have to see. Oh wow, I forgot about all of these too. There are a lot of pieces in this kit, guys. Yeah, a lot. Meeting new people. That's perfect for this. Nothing but good times. Summertime relax. No, that's too much of the word time. Let me stamp in black the word summertime right on my layout. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to get my little foam mat underneath there. So I'm going to grab my stamp block here. I'm going to stamp one word at a time. And I am going to practice stamping on a scratch sheet just so I can make sure that I don't mess this up since I'm stamping directly on my layout. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp really well and practice right here. Good. Okay, I could do this. Perfect. Okay. And then I will start over with the word time. And I'm also going to practice stamping that once just to make sure. Perfect. Great. It worked. Relax and chill. I think I might want to write lazy summertime. because the word lazy I think will fit. I also wanted to try to put this meeting new people in here, so I'm not sure if all of that's gonna work. I'm gonna put the word lazy on one of my little rulers here so I can move it around the page or around the area that I want it. Because I really like when I make my titles with like multiple fonts. Lazy summertime, relax and chill. Let me clear some of these things off of here. I don't think I need any of these little bits right now because there's just, it's very busy and detailed on this page, and there's already a lot of things and a lot of pictures. I'm gonna even cut these apart further so I can move them around on the page. I really like the lazy summertime there. That could be cute. I kind of don't like the way that they took this picture of us because it was the kids taking it. Of course, they cut off our feet. So I kind of like this here covering up so you don't notice as bad that they cut off our feet. And then let's see. I don't want this word lazy to get lost in there. Maybe it needs a little strip of paper under it. Maybe I could use a little, one of the branding strips. I wonder if I could just do a little flag, just notch the edges of this just a little bit. And almost like a little banner, let's see. I'm gonna get my little hexagon punch here and notch one end. And then I'll notch the other end like right. Just to add like a little touch of color under that word lazy so it doesn't get lost. I think I like that. So I'll get this adhered down. I'm just gonna kind of, I think, just kind of adhere the rest of these things down. I'm just gonna continue talking a little while I'm adhering the last little bits and pieces down because I think this is gonna wrap up this layout. At first I was thinking I needed to outline the entire layout and maybe give it my little standard scribbles, but I don't think I need to do that. I think this is looking pretty good. You know, I might just set the whole layout on a piece of colored cardstock and see if it needs to be matted on a super thin mat of colored cardstock. I'm not sure that it will, but I can set it on there and see. Other than that, if you enjoyed my process video, you might want to subscribe to us on YouTube here at Not Just for Boys. I put out about 8 process videos a month using our current month's kit here at Not Just for Boys. And at the end of the month, I do a Style Your Scraps video where I show like ways to use up the last little bits and pieces of a kit or a collection or, you know, whatever I'm working on that month. And I just make embellishments or like page starters kind of, or sometimes, you know, I just do whatever inspires me to use up the last little bits and scraps. Let's see. Every so often I put up different technique videos here as well. If you think that you love our kits here at Not Just for Boys, you can subscribe to our kits. I will link all of the subscription information in the details of this, in the description of this video, so you can go there to see that. Let's see, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I did make an introduction video a few months ago. It's like the main video on our YouTube channel, and it might answer lots of questions like where I print my pictures and what kind of camera I use and how I edit my pictures and how I store my albums and kind of how I work out of my kits and organize my kits and things like that. There's a lot of information in that introduction video. So you might want to watch that. And yeah, I think that's about it. So thank you so much for watching today. And I'm gonna stick a piece of cardstock behind here and see if I think that the whole layout needs to be matted on a thin mat. I'm just gonna grab yellow just for ease because that was right next to me. If I did it, I would do it on a really thin mat, kind of like it on that yellow. Let's see what it would look like on green. I think if I use this color green, it will throw off the whole entire layout. Oh, actually, it looks super nice on green. So this cardstock is just from, oh, what is it called? Miss Kate's Cuttables. She sells cardstock packs that look like this. You get 2 each of, on this pack there were 16 colors. This one is called Fruit Stand. It's smooth cardstock. It's only single-sided cardstock, so it's white on the back. But it looks like it has like an implied texture. I'm not sure if you could see it in the video, but it is smooth. And I like it because it comes in a wide variety of colors. Even in this one pack that I bought right here, it's got like 4 different shades of yellow and 3 different shades of light teal blue. I don't know. I just tried it out a few months ago and I really like it, and I will be getting more of it. I've really been working with the summer color palette here the past few months, so I haven't gotten more of it, but in the fall I anticipate that I'll be getting like a fall color palette, and in the winter I anticipate I'll be getting some kind of Christmassy holiday color palette. She has tons and tons of different color palettes, so I'll link those in the description too. I don't obviously work there or anything. I mean, I'm not getting it, just like the paper. It is thin. It's thinner than most cardstock, but I kind of like that because you can layer it up and not worry about it adding too much bulk to your pages. I probably, if you like scrapbooking on like a background paper that's super sturdy, like sturdy cardstock as the back of your layout, I would say this is not sturdy. So if that's going to bother you to like make your page on something that's not sturdy, you might not want to get it. But oh, now I'm having a slight issue here with this one is so long. I'm gonna have to trim it a little just because it's really gonna bother me. So I'm gonna go trim this patterned orange one down a bit. As kind of an afterthought here. It's not going to be totally straight, I'm certain, but it was just too close. To the top and the bottom. I'm going to have to trim this one a little too. I'm going to trim that a baby bit too. Okay guys, I finished trimming those few so it wasn't so close to the top, and matted my layout on the green, and that wraps up this layout. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your 4th of July weekend, and I will see you back here in a few days. Bye.